Welcome back to News Geelong on this Friday evening. The Geelong Harley-Davidson Owners Group will hold its 19th annual toy run this Sunday, starting from the Harley-Davidson dealership in Mercer Street, Geelong, winding its way down to Port Arlington and on to Queenscliff foreshore by noon to benefit local charities, as Meryl Friend reports.
We're down in Mercer Street at the Harley-Davidson store with all these wonderful people and, of course, Santa, ready for the toy run on Sunday, the 11th of December, and they start rolling down the highway at 10:30am. Now, Santa, what's the reasoning behind this big toy run?
Well, Meryl, the whole idea is to actually collect toys for the Geelong Hospital, Bethany and Cottage by the Sea. This is our 19th year, and we expect a lot of motorbikes out on the street.
Well, last year I came along and there was certainly a growing crowd. What sort of numbers are you expecting?
Well, I think, Craig, around about 1,200?
At least, yes.
At least, depending on whether the snow falls or not, obviously. But hopefully the sun will shine and the bikes will be out.
That'll be the big factor.
Exactly.
Now, the big thing too is that what sort of particular toys are we looking at? Lots of people love to give soft stuffed toys.
Stuffed toys, that's right. Yes.
But other children, perhaps for presents for older children as well?
Exactly. I mean, if people want to give gift cards to Target and those sort of things, most welcome. I think the girls behind me have told me that maybe some of the gift cards would be quite good for the older children.
And even a non-perishable food goods?
Yes. We take canned foods, money donations, obviously. Whatever people can bring.
Sporting goods.
Exactly. And what we do ask is that, the toys are actually new. Mm-hmm. In the past, we have had some soiled toys that, perhaps aren't appropriate. Mm-hmm. I've got to take them back to the North Pole. My elves clean them up, and sometimes we can reuse them. But if they can be new toys, that will be absolutely fantastic.
Now, lots of people get a little bit nervous around people who ride motorbikes. They think they're big, tough guys, but I think you're all a pack of softies.
Of course. You look at Craig here.
Big softies.
Exactly. We have Mari and Vicky, and look at these lovely young ladies. I mean, you wouldn't want to be too scared of them, surely not.
So you're hoping that people will come out and support you as well and line the route. Whereabouts do you go?
Exactly. I mean, we take off here at 10:30 at Mercer Street. We go down the highway. We stop at Port Arlington, and it's not unusual for a lot of people along the way to wave to Santa, to me, of course, on the front, and also have toys. We have the Harley van, and we have another van at the end of all the bikes, and people can actually donate toys as we're passing by. We stop at Port Arlington for half an hour. Is that right, Craig?
30 minutes, yep.
Yep. And then we go off to Queenscliff, and we get to Queenscliff at midday.
At 12 o'clock, yeah.
Exactly. And people can donate along the way. They can actually drop off toys at the Harley shop in Mercer Street any time from now. We also have a box at Drysdale Hardware.
Correct, yeah.
And also the Grand Hotel in Port Arlington.
And
yes.
Queenscliff Council.
Fantastic.
Have a box as well.
All right, well, we know it's your busiest time of year. We better let you get going.
It certainly is. I've got to start this little motorbike and go back and check on my little elves.
One of your very best ho-ho-hos for us, Santa.
Ho, ho, ho! Ho, ho, ho!
From the Harley-Davidson shop and all the wonderful crew down here, Meryl Friend for News Geelong.
Thank you, Meryl. Swap the fishing rods and surfboards for some real excitement on February 3, 2012, when world-class rugby union comes to Geelong, as the Melbourne Rebels will play the Waikato Chiefs from New Zealand at Simmons Stadium in a pre-season trial match. Ian Nichols reports.
Rugby union is the latest sport to come to Geelong. Early in the new year, they'll be here at Simmons Stadium. The Rabo Direct Rebels taking on the New Zealand Chiefs in rugby union at its very best, featuring a number of international players like Gareth Delve, who's a Welsh international and representing the Rebels today.
Thanks very much for coming here today. Look, What a great day for Geelong. You know, Super Rugby. The game is played in heaven, played on the hallowed turf at Simmons Stadium. You know, we're very, very excited to have the Rebels here today. And I know Councillor Abley, who's a past president of the Rams Rugby Club in Geelong, and they've done a lot of work with the Rebels in trying to get us down here, along with the city and everyone else. We are super excited, for want of a better word, and you know, it's just great to have you here, and we'll hope that people come out in force to watch this game on February the 3rd. Tickets are on sale now, and you know, we talk about Simmons Stadium being the home of sport in Geelong, and this is certainly another opportunity to. We've got the Cats training over there at the moment, but this is just another opportunity for us to showcase a great sport in a great venue. So just on behalf of the city and myself, I'd like to thank you very much for being here, Gareth, and I'll hand over to you, mate.
Thank you, John.
Good on you, pal.
Yeah, it's a delight for us to be here. Obviously the home of the Cats and Premiership champs at that. You know, it's a great honour for the people of Geelong to have us down and to bring the game of rugby union. We're looking to showcase it all across Victoria, and we've been delighted with the reception we've had. Played a few trial games last year at Morwell and Ballarat, and it really swelled our numbers. And I think last year we had one of the most passionate and I suppose inspirational crowds in the whole of Super Rugby. So if we can build on that this year, we'll be delighted, and hopefully the game on February 3rd, you know, we'll put on a bit of a show and hopefully get a few converts come across and enjoy rugby alongside their AFL passion.
It's really going to be exciting next year, obviously adding James and Kirtley to the lineup, and this will be their first official hit out of the trial match for them. I suppose you haven't seen him yet with Wallabies commitments, but when they get into the squad, I suppose that'll just infuse some enthusiasm in heading into 2012.
Yeah, definitely. The guys came along to our camp down at Lawn, and you know, two fantastic players, world class already. And considering their ages, they're the kind of guys we can build the future of the Melbourne Rebels around and really progress through the years.
We don't want to forget that it might be an opportunity to see Sonny Bill Williams playing here too, one of the legends of the game. Obviously, he's playing with the Chiefs, so hopefully he'll be out on the paddock, and maybe, Gareth, you can run into him one or two times.
Yeah, hopefully I'll run over him a few times. You know, that'd be even better.
It would be better.
Sonny Bill Williams, Aaron Cruden, I think Tanu Manga is still knocking around with the Chiefs, and you know, he's an absolute legend of the game. So there'll be a few World Cup winners along, and hopefully we'll put on a really good show.
Obviously Rod was only coach for the first year and handed the reins over. How are you finding the adjustment after only 1 year?
Yeah, the adjustment's been pretty smooth. I think, you know, Rod had a massive plan for us, and you know, he was fantastic for us in terms of getting a foothold in the city. You know, he's an incredibly knowledgeable guy about the game and really set us on our way. Damien's taken the reins now, and I think we're looking really good through training. The guys we've added to the team, and in terms of depth, I think we're a lot further ahead than we were last year. But the proof will be hopefully on February 3rd, and we'll get out there and give a good account of ourselves.
In a second row seat, waiting for the action next year, Ian Nichols for News Geelong.
Thank you, Nico. As we go to a break on News Geelong and return with sport and weather after this.